my stamp friends, I have another fun card for us to do today. This is a waterfall card. Isn't that cool? And then on the inside, there's a little flower there. You could put whatever sentiment you would like. I just like to leave them blank until I'm ready to give them away. But let's get going on how to make this card. The first thing you're going to need is your black cardstock. You need one that measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. This piece is 2 3/4 by 9 3/4, and you're going to score it at 2 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3 1/2 inches, and 4 1/4 inches. Then you're going to need some cards, or the square cardstocks, and you're going to need 4 of them, and they're going to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Then you're going to need another piece of black cardstock, which is 1 inch by 4 inches. And then your Whisper White cardstock. Oh, and don't forget, you're going to need a scrap piece of cardstock for our new punch. This is called the Circle Tab Punch, and it's in our regular catalog. Okay, now you're going to need Whisper White cardstock, and you're going to need 4 of these, and they measure 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of white cardstock, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. You're going to need 2 of those. One is for the outside layer of your card, and the other one's for the inside. Okay, to get started. Oh, I forgot. You're going to need a lot of ink. Okay, first ink we're going to need is Basic Black, Pear Pizzazz, Old Olive, Daffodil Delight, and Crushed Curry. And then you're also going to need some of your tear and tape and some kind of adhesive. You can get snail or Tombow glue. As you know, I like Tombow glue. And then the one thing I don't have is current the jewels. I can't think of what they're called. One thing I don't have is the current enamel dots. So what I did is, this is an old set. I do have the current set listed on the instructions. I just colored these. They're probably gonna wear off. Yep, they did. But if you get the glittered enamel dots, which I have listed, I think the Crushed Curry ones would look awesome with this. Okay, let's get started. Oh, forgot. The Painted Harvest. I forgot. The stamp set you're going to need is Painted Harvest. This is in our new holiday catalog, the 2017 holiday catalog. Now we can get started. Let me get some room here. Get this little piece out of the way. All right, let's open our ink pads up. I'm gonna try to lift my camera up a little more. Yeah, that looks better. I didn't realize it was so low. All right. I'm going to set those aside for a minute. So for the big, this is a 2-step stamp. So the big one, we're going to start with that. And we're just going to randomly place our flowers. There. Whoops. That sucked, didn't it? One down here. Maybe one more in the corner. And maybe I can fill this in. To me, it just needed something. It was too blank or too white. Oh, before I forget, then we're going to put one down here in the corner. And I kind of stamped this one off. Not too far, but off. All right, we're done with the Daffodil Delight. Now we're going to move on to the crushed curry. Not crushed, yeah. Yeah, crushed curry. Ink this up. Just line up your center. I think it goes this way. Don't you love that? I love how it gives the depth. Then let's see. Do this one. Oh, look at those. I just love this set. Just think of all the different colors you can make with this set. Wouldn't that be awesome? All right, one more. We're gonna do this one. Okay, we're done with this one for just a minute. We'll get those two colors back out in a minute. Now we're gonna do basic black, and we're gonna put the center in. Remember, this is the linen pad, so you twist, 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 and then tap, tap, tap. Look at the center. Oh, love it. Just a couple more to go. Get one more. Well, actually, two more. Now we have one more. Last one. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I love this stamp set. Okay, now we're going to put the black away. Now we're going to get the Pear Pizzazz. Might as well open the Old Olive also while we're here. And the first one we want to start with is, this one's the detailed one. So we're going to start with the other one. We're just going to, oops. This one is the detailed one, and this is the other one. And what we're going to do is, we don't want to get this stem right here. So I'm just going to, just so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to stamp, tap, tap, tap. And then I'm going to just add just a couple of these here and there. This, it really doesn't matter for the center because it's going to be covered up. It's such a pretty card though. It's going to be hard to cover it up. Oh, I guess I could have put these here. I think I will anyway. Maybe if I can squeeze one on there. There we go. That's what it needed. Let's put one down here in the corner. Do one more. Right here. Even though we really don't need that one, but that's okay. Then we're going to put the stems right here. One more. I think this will look good with one more right there. Okay. Now we're going on to the Old Olive, and we're going to do the same thing. Don't stamp all the way on the stem. And then what I do is stamp off just once because it is quite darker. Look at that. Just puts the details of the leaves on. Now let's do these ones. I think I'm just going to worry about the ones that are on the sides here. One really didn't line up. Couldn't remember what leaves I used. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I just love it. Love this stamp set. All right, now that we got those two out of the way, let's set those aside. Now we're going to bring in the 4 squares. What we're going to do is get our colors back. So let's start with our Daffodil Delight again. Oh, this one's the one I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like it's falling as we pull the card down. So this one I'm going to stamp up in the corner. This one I'm going to stamp more just down a little farther. Then this one we're going to put more down to the bottom part. And then this one's going to be off just a little bit. So it'll look like it's kind of tumbling down was my envision. Now we're going to get the next part. There we go. We're just going to stamp these. There's 1, 2, and our last one. Now let's put these aside. Now we are totally done with these. Now let's get our black back out and fill in those centers. All right, now we're done with the black. Let's get the light green out and the old olive. So let's start with the Pear Pizzazz again. And remember, I don't want the whole stem, so I'm just doing about where the ones kind of come together right there. So I'm going to stamp these right there. I'm going to put 2 on each flower. I kind of find where the petals are just a little separated. So if you can see, the petals are separated right there. So like on this one, I'd probably put 1 right there and maybe 1 right here. Right there. Look how cute those are. Let's do the same with these. I think I want 1 more at the top on this one. Then I'm going to come in right here. I think that's a good one. Then our last one. Okay, now we're ready for our old olive. I'm going to turn this to do this. Okay, there's my first one. Put my puzzle back here. That's more, let's see. Here we go. Now one that's more down this side. Last one, and then we can start putting our card together. There we go. Now for the fun part, we get to put it together. All right, don't get your pieces mixed up, so I'm just gonna put mine up there while I'm thinking about it so I can get this out of the way. Let's go ahead and punch one of these, and I got this really close, so hopefully I can get it off. There we go. Got that. Now I can set this aside out of my way. All right, we're going to start with this piece. Go ahead and score. Fold all your score lines. One last one. There we go. I'm gonna hurry and put this part together. So let me get just go ahead and glue all of these pieces on. Grab our next one. I'm keeping them in order so I don't forget which one I had where. Now for the last one. Whoops. My niece saw my video and she says, "Why do you throw the glue down?" I was like, I didn't realize I did. I just dropped it. Okay. Now we need our tearing tape. What you're going to do is you're going to put 2 strips on each of the, in between the score lines. And then when we get down to this last one, we're going to actually put 3 strips, just so it can hold the middle part better too. So I put 1 up at the top, 1 in the middle, and 1 right there. We're going to start with the bottom one, and I fold it so it folds up to where I need it to be, and then it's easier to put them all on. So let me hurry and take all these off. Grab your last one, and I hold it so it's flush, and then you want this the top part to be flush up here and the sides because it should fit perfect. Now our next one, just fold it, and we're going to keep doing that all the way through the video. We're going to do that all the way through. Whoops, I forgot one. I think I'm going to switch these two. I like that one better, to be this way. Good thing these two are pretty much interchangeable. All right, now for our third one. And our last one. Since I did this one a little long, I'm just going to fold it over on itself. And we're going to put this one up here at the top. Look at that. All right, while we're here, let's go ahead and put our tab on the bottom. So fold your tab in half. And what I do is I just put a little piece of tear and tape right here, and on the other side. Then I get one long enough to just go down the middle. Oh, I got it a little too long, so let me take this side off real fast. Maybe. And we'll push that down inside there. Oh, I'm having problems with that one. I just eyeball this part. Just try to get it somewhat in the middle. If you want to be technical, you can line it up on your paper or on your grid paper and then just attach it. Oh, it's sticking to me. Make sure it's on there really good. There's that part that's done. Now let's grab our base and let's go ahead and fold it in half. We're going to attach our front. Isn't that so pretty? I'm still so love this. Okay, now this is the tricky part. You want to put this on, but you only want the tear and tape just barely on the edges, maybe 2 strips, but I'm going to just do 1. Yeah, well, I think I'm just going to do 1. This part, I do want it straight, so I'm just going to line it up with my grid paper. So I want it to be right there. Once that gets a hold, it doesn't want to let it go. Okay, now we're going to stick this part down underneath this. So it's going to go down underneath. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue this part right here just on this little strip. So I would line it up to where you want it. This is probably just a tad bit long. Now that I remember right, I think I had mine a little shorter. I did because it was underneath there. So let me hurry and fix that. Hurry and punch another tag out. Should be able to fit on this one. Okay, let's put this back on here. Line it up if you want it directly in the center. I don't think that's directly in the center, but it will be good. Be close enough. Alright, let's put this back under here, under this strip. And I really got it tight. Try not to pull yours so tight. Okay. I want it down maybe that far. So all you're going to do is take your tearing tape on your black strip that we did earlier. We're just going to add some tearing tape. One more. I want to make sure it doesn't come off when people are looking at it. Now we'll take these off. Make sure the top is exactly where you want it before you press down. And then there's our waterfall. You can put a saying here if you would like. I have done that on a couple. And let's add the inside panel. And that is our card. It does sometimes get stuck right here. You can always put adhesive, what's it called? You can always put a Stampin' Dimensional under there to help lift this panel right here. Just put it in the center. Don't take the other back off. Just leave it on the one back and put it right there. It will help lift that up just a little bit so it will go back easily. And there's your card. Oh, one last thing. This is where you're going to put your enamel dots. Like I said, I don't have any. That is going to be on my next order. I don't have any of the current ones. I thought I did. That will just finish off your card if you use the crushed curry dots. Isn't that so cool? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Help support my video by liking, commenting, and especially sharing. Subscribe for more. Thank you.